Hey, and welcome. Good morning to still a snowy Pennsylvania here. I hope everyone fared okay in this storm if you're from the Northeast. Wanted to go over because someone just asked, what is an ALJ? And I realize that a lot of times these acronyms are confusing, and particularly if you're very new to the process or haven't even filed yet. So let's just talk about some of these definitions real quick when it comes to who are the players on your case from the SSA side. So first, when you file, the field office is the office that will be getting your materials. That would be your application, your signed medical authorization. That's the SSA 827. And that if you file online, that application will end up in their hands. And sometimes they call themselves a field office representative. Sometimes they might call themselves a caseworker. You know, when you call, you get whoever. It's not the same thing as later. They're not fact finders of your disability. However, they are making decisions or determinations to make sure that you can actually have an application, meet the requirements to be an application, and be pushed off to the rest of the workup. So once there's an application that has all the necessary parts to be a validly filed application, then it gets sent up to a different office. Oftentimes it's in a different town. Sometimes it can be in a different state, but generally speaking, it's going to be in your state usually. And that would be in a state agency office that is outsourced to the feds for the purpose of the medical workup and following those that portion of the procedures in the sequential evaluation process to get to an answer of disabled or not disabled. They do the medical workup. They don't do the workup such as are you insured at all? That happened down below first. When you filed and you said you were disabled as of X date, they looked to see if you had insured status for Social Security disability at that point, because there is no case to work up medically if you never had the insurance. If you never worked and paid into it, you're not going to have the insurance to file on your own work record Social Security disability. There are those other exceptions about if you're a disabled adult child and such, but for now. So at the state level, we call those folks adjudicators. That's the person that's kind of running the show, organizing, gathering data, sending out medical records requests, could be sending you a function report or work history report. So that would be the adjudicator assigned to your case. I know some places they call them claims representatives. So there could be, depending on where you are, is really could be a different name. But you will see letters from them coming from, it'll say something about your state and the Disability Determination Services or Bureau of Disability Determination, BDD, DD, something like that at the top. But within the letter, they will say that it's about your Social Security claim. So then you know it's all about your federal Social Security case. It's not some other issue you might have with the state. So claims representative, adjudicator, those are the labels I see put on that person most of the time. They're not the only one that has input in your case at that level, but they are the one that's the face to your claim. That's the one who's going to be calling you if they're going to call you. If they send a letter, a lot of times the letters don't have their name on it. Sometimes they do, along with their extension. Sometimes it's some just weird blanket letter from the state agency office that handles the medical workups. That's a little unpleasant. Then you don't have a name to attach to it, but that's just the way it is, depending. Once you are out of there, if you've been denied and you appeal, and then you have reconsideration, same thing, different adjudicator, same office, generally speaking, but a different person making the second decision when they reconsider the validity of the first determination, I should say, determination. And I should add, they generally call them determinations down below. And it's not until you get an ALJ hearing that it's apparently a decision as opposed to a determination. When you appeal after denial on reconsideration, now you're going to the administrative law judge. As soon as you file the application, you're probably not going to get assigned to a judge yet. They do have to do a little bit of organizing and you know, things of that nature before they decide which judge in the pool is going to be having your case. But that would be administrative law judge, ALJ. You hear that all the time. And that was the reason why I popped in here today, because a lady just asked me, what is an ALJ? And I'm like, well, here we go. And it was in response actually to a video, I think, but I had kept referring to the person as ALJ. I might never have spoken in that particular video using the long terminology of administrative law judge. So now you know, you've got field office staff, caseworker, I just say staffer at the field office. When you first filed, that's in your little field office that you'll see the original paperwork from. It's the one that you could actually drive to and walk in the door. Not that I usually recommend that, but that's the one you could do that for. They handle other things like I need a new social security card. I need to change my address, blah, blah, blah. And then the next case is the state level with the adjudicator of the claims rep. And the third one is the ALJ, administrative law judge. Okay. All right, there you go. There's your little definitions of who's handling your case at the various stages. Have a great day, guys. Bye now.